Hi! This is Lenny. He is an Oriental kitten and I got him about 3 weeks ago now and I'm completely in love with him. This past year has been the only year in my life that I have lived without an animal or a cat. So I just found myself a little bit depressed and a bit sad without one. Oriental cats are very much like dogs. They like to be with you and they like cuddles. And this one's a bit needy, so you might hear him purring. He does have an Instagram, which you can go follow. Don't you dare claw at me. You're getting a bath today. You bit stinky bean. Purring into the mic. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I thought I would talk about my training routine because I'm now a pole dance teacher, teacher in training. So essentially I have to do weeks of shadow teaching. I know that quite literally no one asked for this video.
Nobody asked.
But because it is such a huge part in my life, I thought I would kind of record how my training split is going at the moment, and then alongside with my teaching and shadowing routine as well. I put this video off a little bit because I am definitely no workout specialist. I'm not one of those like workout girlies on Instagram. I feel like I didn't really share a lot of my pole dance journey just yet, or my workout routine just yet, because it's so easy to compare yourself to the people that you see online. I follow and watch a lot of workout girlies and kind of just can't help but compare yourself to them. And I suppose the way that you look and the way that you train, you're constantly questioning yourself. I'm just trying to be as real as possible because that's definitely how I can feel. My workout and fitness journey is a little bit different from the rest, I think. My main goal is to blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
My main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody.
My main goal is to be a professional pole dancer, teacher. I also want to practice going into more competitions. I am, very far from where I want to be, but I have been pole dancing, I think, for, oh God, I don't know how long now. I'm gonna have to put it in here somewhere. But I have now had the opportunity to start shadow instructing, which basically what that means is I join in on a class with another teacher, I demonstrate with the teacher, I talk with the teacher, I get experience on how other people teach. Because let me tell you, what I've learned so far, teaching is a whole another bag of tricks than it is just like knowing how to do pole. You can know how to do pole but not know how to teach it, so it's definitely a learning curve. But enough ramble, let's get into pretty much my Monday to Friday routine of what I do at the gym and pole. So Monday morning we are starting off nice and fresh with a pole practice class. I use Monday to practice the bigger tricks and the tricks that I have learned from the end of the week prior, mainly because that is when I'm the least sore. I haven't worked out yet and I had the weekend to recover. Hi. Usually Monday mornings are pretty quiet. I've got the whole stew, well not the whole stew, I've got the whole room to myself. I use this time to practice a lot of big movements. I whip out the crash mat, pick my favorite pole. This is kind of how I set up. I've got my crash mat ready to go for when I'm actually training moves. Gotta stretch first. Absolutely gotta stretch first. I always make sure to have a pair of pleasers that I can kind of beat up. I mean, you can see that these are on its last leg for sure. Always need grip. I have the world's sweatiest hands, so I always need my grip and a really good pair of knee pads. These are the, I think it's the, the Tatiana knee pads. They're amazing. They're pricey, but they are amazing. I also have another pair of sandals in my bag, but I kind of like to keep them a bit cleaner and in better condition. Like I don't train in them as much. They are worn in, but I may as well just wear these out, and these cover the toes a bit more for tricks and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna start with a warm-up and get going. Pole dancing is very hectic on your body, especially alongside with training. You gotta pick your days correctly. Not every single day you're gonna be able to go in and just like do everything that you can on the pole. Always making sure to get in a good long stretch. I cannot stress this enough. Stretching is almost just as important as any other factor that goes into pole dancing. It is what's going to prevent injuries. It's what's going to keep you feeling good throughout the week. I can tell when I haven't stretched my neck right. I wake up the next morning and I'm like in pain or I've got a headache. If you think about it, pole is essentially a mix of, I would say, dance and gymnastics. It can be a lot on the body. So after pole practice, I usually come home, I'll eat some lunch, and then it's off to the gym. But at this moment, because I haven't been obsessed with the gym, I have a routine that works for me, and I can't stress that enough. Most of my sessions are half an hour cardio mixed with some strength training. I used to be big into CrossFit, but I kind of fell out of it maybe 1 and a bit years ago, and I haven't been able to get myself back into the gym. So I created a routine that is super sustainable for me and something that I can do alongside with pole. So on this day I started with a half an hour walk on the treadmill. I usually like to do the incline a little bit up, progress as I go, turning up the incline, turning up the speed. Then going into leg presses, which I usually do 3 sets of 12 repetitions. I always get the sets and repetitions mixed up. 3 sets of 12 repetitions. Going into squats, same again, mostly for everything, it's 3 sets of 12. My squats at the moment, I am not adding on that much weight. I have just gone up in weight just a little bit, just taking it very slow as I have been trying to not only train in the gym, but train my mind into actually enjoying getting back into the gym part, if that makes sense. Finishing off with a plank, I tend to finish off all of my workout routines with a plank. I don't know why, I just do. So doing a plank, I do feel like the planks really help with pole as well though, because it's like activating everything and I try and stay as sturdy as possible. So on to Tuesday, I want to be as real as possible. I was completely sick and out of it on the Tuesday and I couldn't get myself to the gym. I could probably sit here and lie and put in extra Tuesday that I did on the week prior, but that is just not realistic. There are going to be weeks where I miss my training and I can't always go to every single session. I also just find it super important to listen to your body. Like, to be fair, that day I was completely bedridden, so I was not going to go to the gym. However, there are days where I'm feeling a little bit off and I will go, or there are days where I'm like, nah, it's just not happening. For Wednesday, starting off with a half an hour session on the bike. So I do a half an hour on the bike, which I then go into butterfly sit-ups and into Russian twists with a weight. So not too crazy on the Wednesday, because in the afternoon, that is when I have my shadow teaching. And I actually thought I would include 2 weeks of the shadow teaching that I've done, because right now I'm up to my 4th week, but I have filmed 2 weeks so far. So I'm going to show you the very first week that I started shadow teaching, and then I'm going to show you the second week. You'll definitely see a difference within, I think, my confidence, like as you kind of build up doing it, you get used to it a little bit more. The first week I was super nervous, but also super excited, and I'm just absolutely loving it at the moment. Usually I end up going to the studio an hour beforehand, before the class, and I do my own practice and I stretch and I just have that pole time for me.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling nervous.
What are you nervous about?
I have imposter syndrome. I'm like, I can't teach. Hey vlog.
Oh my god, welcome to my channel.
You better all meet Jess, because she's going to be here for the next couple weeks.
Woo!
She's going to be my mentor. That was the thank you.
Instructor.
Yeah. And then it's time for the fun part, which is teaching. And in Jess's class, we always end in a little freestyle, which I think is so much fun, because when you're a beginner pole dancer, you like to see what pole can turn into. I know when I first started pole, seeing people go up on the pole and do all these tricks, that's what really inspired me to keep going, because I was like, hell yeah, I want to be able to do that on the pole. So it's a really good opportunity for the students to have fun and play around on the pole, but then also a good opportunity to show the students what pole can progress and blossom into.
So,
every class there is a syllabus, but if there's anything that maybe I'm struggling with or I don't know how to teach, I'll use that time to speak with Jess to then go over the moves, or I'll pick a move that I'm like, if I'm like, yep, I really want to teach this one to the students, we'll go over it, just using pretty much that time to ask any questions that I need to ask.
I'll be like, hand goes up, this hand's here, that knee's there, that. Like, whenever I teach a climb, I let people nice and simple and short. And I'm like, okay guys, remember it's important to engage the shoulder, so we're going to pull the pole out of the ceiling. And I get them to do that in the warm-up as conditioning, because then they're like, they know what I'm talking about. Always in the wrong place. Your knees are in the right place. Once they're here, you squeeze them together and say, just stand up. And then they'll stand. Because they all try to like pull up. People's hands will be high, so they can't push their torsos away. So their knees will slide past the pole.
Okay. So they're like here.
Yes, and we want their hips back. And if they start sliding too far forward, just say, push yourself back, pop your booty out. And naturally that goes correct. I always say, is it okay if I touch you? And I'll be like,
Okay.
I'm so proud of you.
Looks like instructing.
Yeah, and like, I won't, because you're gonna kill it. But like, as much as you don't want to talk too little, don't talk too much.
This is what you gotta do, guys.
This is why they pay you big bucks.
It's just the studio life. We need the sexy lighting.
Get you a girl who does it all.
Really? Honestly, get you a Jess, guys. Nice. New lighting setup. How stunning. Well done, Jess.
Week 2. I'm very excited. We've got the syllabus.
I'll need to blur. You guys can't see. Confidential. I'm gonna do an hour of practice before I start my class. Yeah, I'm so excited. I've also got this new and improved lighting in here, which is great because it just makes your videos pop for Insta, you know? Hi guys, sorry I'm a little bit of a sweaty Betty. So I just finished my second class. This feels kind of embarrassing to put in, but considering it is quite literally a vlog dedicated to this, because I feel like you only really see people's successes, right? But no one ever talks about what it actually takes to become a teacher in something and teaching something, especially if you weren't the girl who, you know, liked doing speeches in high school, got really nervous talking in front of a crowd. And I always think that I'm over that because I do YouTube and I talk to a camera all the time. But when it's something you're so passionate about, I don't know, you just get really nervous and in your head about things. So there was a moment where I was going to teach a move that, you know, we had set up beforehand, like what I was gonna teach. I was like, yep, I'll do this one. I'm pretty confident in this, which was just like a standing climb on the pole. And I just completely, like my brain right now, you can tell I just didn't have any words. And pole is quite technical. As Jess said in class, we are women in STEM. Pole girls are just women in STEM. There's like science behind the moves that you learn. Let me fix this, so annoying. I just fully choked up. I forgot what to say. I forgot how to teach the individual. I just completely forgot what to say. So I was like, actually, maybe Jess, you take it away. I'm glad that she did this. She was like, I won't take it away, Clarissa will, because she knows what she's doing, and put me on the spot there and put the pressure on me, which I definitely think I needed, because I would have been so disappointed if I left not teaching another move. Sorry, I should probably explain that the class goes, Jess will teach the moves, I will do it with her, I'll demonstrate with her, maybe I'll add in a few pointers, because I'm just getting the idea of how someone else teaches. And I know it's only my second shadowing class, I need to give myself some grace, but I will in fact be beating myself up about this for the next week. But aside from that, it class this time. I got to go around actually spotting people. And then at the end, what you guys see is a bit of freestyle, which is always a lot of fun. It's fine. And I apologize to the classes. Sorry guys, if you can't tell, I am learning how to teach. Oh, it's so really, next time, if you guys are ever in a Pilates class, a gym class, any sort of class, an art class, really think about the fact that those teachers are putting themselves out there trying to teach something that they're passionate about. So always be responsive if you can. Off to have dinner. That is another day of training. We have a logbook that we need to fill out. I like to do it at the end of every single session. I know that if I don't do it after every class, it would just pile up, and then it will be week 8, and then I will have 8 weeks of logbook that I didn't fill out. Tomorrow we are training chest, I think. I don't know. Anyway, bye. And then we are on to Thursday. Usually by Thursday, I'm feeling pretty sore. Starting off again with half an hour of cardio, either on the bike or on the treadmill. Then I'm going into a chest press. And I have been at a very low weight because I've been trying to conserve my energy, but also just very slowly work up to heavier weights as I'm learning to enjoy the gym again. Then I also do the leg press. There is a different leg press that I use. That day it was being used, so I'm on the same leg press that I was on Monday. So I do the leg press, and then I'm just going into stretching. Do I finish on a plank here? Yes, I do. I do finish on a plank. What is it with me and planks? I just don't know. And then I do a nice long stretch. Some days I will stretch at the gym. Some days I'll just come home and stretch at home because I do have all of my yoga blocks and my just everything I need at home. Depending on what I feel, I'll do it at the gym or I'll just come home and stretch. Now, I will usually mix between a Thursday afternoon class with one of my favorite teachers, Kate, and she has an amazing tricks and spins class. If I don't do a Thursday afternoon, I will do a Friday morning. It's Maddie Sparkle's advanced class. Maddie Sparkle in the pole world is kind of a crazy icon. I feel very blessed to get to learn off of her. I find that she gives great advice, not only if you're wanting to go into more competitions, but also if you're looking to become a teacher, because Maddie has been doing it for many years. So I find that I get to, oh, hi. Meow. Are you meow meow meow? You want to say hi? Oh. So I find that she gives really great advice, and I also get to see how she teaches. Oh, yes. You're gonna eat the microphone. What you gonna do? I love you. So usually Maddie's advanced class, you can learn different tricks and combos. She also has some choreo classes on, she also has a choreo class beforehand, which I have done as well. So sometimes the pole weeks will change up a little bit. Good morning. Today I have advanced class with Miss Maddie Sparkle, which if you're not familiar with the pole world at all, she's a bit of an icon. So I am so grateful that I go to the studio in which she owns and also trains and teaches at. Always super grateful to get advice and training from some of the elite pole dancers within the pole world. I am super tired. I was like, oh, I don't want to work out today as well. I know Maddie's advanced classes are always quite like strenuous on the body, and then I realized that it's Friday and it's just an active rest day, which means a nice walk, a walk on the treadmill. I do not feel like going into the gym or on the treadmill today, so I think maybe just a walk with Josh. Yeah, big theme, if you haven't noticed, listen to your body. Listen to your body. Like, pole dancing is hard, it hurts, my neck hurts, I'm tired. It's not the easiest sport, but it also is meant to be fun. I'm not gonna push myself on the days that I feel sick. If I really feel like I can't train, then I can't train. It's no big deal. Yeah, let's get going, and I will see you in, oh, I'm so excited to show you guys Maddie's advanced class because she's literally amazing and she is so hypnotizing to watch. So let's go.
Up and backwards. So I'm taking my right leg up, and then I'm coming around. And I open and close to get a good grip, and then you can extend out to your Irish Superman. Then to come out, you just reverse it and come back to a regular Superman. When you here on the back of the knee has to grip even more. And you can just reach back out.
Yes, legs for days, mate. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Wow! And then on the Friday, just go on a nice big walk. I hope you guys enjoyed my training routine at the moment as a pole dance instructor in training. There are some weeks where it switches up drastically. If I'm feeling really heavily pole inspired and my body feels good, I will probably try and go to as many classes as I can. I feel like in this video I've only really just scratched the surface. If you want me to take you a bit more into the world of pole dancing, what I do, or being an instructor in training, competitions, I also have my own pole brand that I haven't really spoken about before. So there's all of these things that I find myself involved in. I love the pole community, so if you want to hear more about it, let me know. I would also love to take you guys along with me on more classes. I do have a separate pole dance account, so if you want to follow me there as well, so you're just getting specifically pole content. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it was a little bit of a different video. Lenny, for some reason, he likes to be up on my shoulder. He just wants to be nice and close. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want more content like this. If you want to follow me on my pole account and my Instagram and Lenny's Instagram, I'll have everything linked down below because he's just the cutest. You say goodbye? We'll see you in the next one. Could you say goodbye to them? Yeah? You say goodbye? That's a big one.